Well, if you guys haven't seen it yet, the poll has passed, and interestingly, it is sailing by a very, very small margin, like less, it's 0.3%. The difference of 600 votes, which is insane. Um, they did talk about in an earlier, what's it called? Not blog post, but their one of their like talks on Twitch. I think it was there on Twitch that if they were the same amount, that there's a possibility to release both skills. Which I don't know if this is what they're gonna consider the same amount or if it's just really close. I'd be interesting to see where they're gonna go with this. But I am glad that it was sailing that was just slightly farther ahead. In here it's a little more, but with this one where you could vote on more than one, it is very, very close. It's very interesting. So what does this mean moving forward for the new skills? Well, they're gonna flesh out whichever one they're going with, which is sailing, and then we are going to vote on it again. We're gonna, if we want to see different changes, they can implement that. I think they're gonna be looking more for like community responses. So if you're on Twitter, or if you're not on Twitter, or if you don't follow like the old school team on Twitter, you should, and then you can give them feedback through that way, or Reddit, stuff like that. Upvote the things that you like the videos on YouTube that you agree with, kind of get the word out for whatever topic that you think is most important for those specific skills or the new skill that's coming out. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if I'm excited, but I'm optimistic for what they're gonna do with sailing. I think it's very interesting. The actual like skilling side of it, I'm not really sure how it's gonna be trained per se. They kind of give a rough idea, but they don't really nail anything down, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But I think it's gonna add a very cool avenue to add more content to the game, which is very interesting. They kind of teased the next raid being underwater, which would be a cool way to implement sailing into it. I know in some of my earlier videos I was very critical of the new skill, which I think is valid, I think is fair, and I think is what we should be doing. We should be as critical as we can for these new skills, because that's the only way that what we want to see come into the game is going to come into the game. But I am, again, optimistic for what the Jagex team is going to come up with for this new skill. Sailing, hopefully, is... I think they said they might do another vote if they're really close and see which one wins out of it, so you don't have the third option to sway the votes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I hope it is sailing. Sailing is really cool. For the idea, for me, it's one I was more interested in than the rest. The other ones kind of seemed a little meh to me. But that's really it. I just wanted to make a short, quick video to show you guys which one won. And I mean, I just really want to hear what you guys have to say about the new skills. If it's the one you wanted, or if it's not, why did you want this one? Why did you not want this one? Which one do you think should have won over it? If you think it was shamanism, I disagree, but go ahead, you say something in the comments. Tell me what you think.